Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Old Big Jim coming at y'all from the Barlow Brigade, located at the bog down here in South Mississippi. Kind of a humbling day, guys. Lord. All right, yesterday I got a message from Brother Rex at Glen Phillips had died over in Ellaville, Georgia. That's not good. Mr. Glenn was a good person. Now I never got the chance to meet him and have fellowship with him, but I do know Kevin Bentley, and I know what kind of person he is. And for him to consider Mr. Glenn the kind of friend that he has described and has shown him to be, that's all the validation I need for Mr. Glenn. So the knife community has lost a very valuable member, and the knife doctor has asked that the community flood the funeral with flowers. And I had another gentleman in one of the groups that I participate in. His name is Don, and I'm going to say his last name, and I feel sure I'm going to butcher it, but it's Hagendorf. I don't know how to say his last name, but he is a member of one of our, I think it's the Instagram group that I'm in, and he's not a content creator. He is a knife guy. He's a for real knife guy, but he doesn't have a way, and he put out a message that we need to get it. I think that Bubba at my nephew over in Covington, Georgia, he has already put out this information, but I'm gonna double down on it so everybody will know. The knife doctor has put out some phone numbers and some names of some people that I'm sorry guys, some people to contact about buying flowers, and just a single rose, a bouquet of 24 roses, or a simple carnation. It don't matter. Okay. And ain't nobody told me to say that. It just come to me, and I'm gonna tell y'all about it. All right. You need to contact either Kim or Kay, and the phone numbers are 229-937-2039 or 229-937-7270. All right, one more time. 229-937-2032 and 229-937-7270. And that's Kim or Kay. Okay, and they will help you make arrangements to put the flowers in the funeral over there for Mr. Glenn, and he's a blessing. Okay, or he was a blessing to this community, and so we'll just take that from there now. I'm gonna pause this for a minute, take a second, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Last thing I said was about Mr. Glenn being a blessing to the knife community, and I woke up, doing that old man thing about 3 o'clock this morning, and started counting my blessings. So first thing I do is I punch up the old tube, and there's Brother Dwayne. and he's going over, some of his YouTube hawks and stuff and what he did and all that. He made a comment. He said, "Man," he said, "I'd have handled 300 knives, and 500 knives, or whatever it was." And he goes, "Ain't none of them get me till almost the last one." And he held up his finger. He said, "Look at there." He had a band-aid wrapped around his finger. He said, "Thank you, Big Jim." He said, "I can't believe I finally had to use one of your band-aids." And that was such a blessing to me. Y'all just don't understand, man. That was a blessing to me, knowing that 6 hours north of here, I was able to bless Brother Dwayne. Okay, and in blessing him, it blessed me. All right, the next thing is Stephen Jeffries over at S.J. Relic and Restoration. Have I mentioned that Stephen Jeffries is a beast? Thought I'd mention that to y'all. Anyway, he got to 600 subscribers, y'all. And that is truly a blessing, because this man, unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, I can sit here and go with all of, musician, the artist, the person, the Christian, and I could go over every bit of that again with y'all, but y'all already know. I done told you 16, 70, 11 times. So, okay. That's a blessing to me, guys. Blessing. Truly is. And Charlie Cook, OCC. Now, Charlie, I've been on him for a minute about some content. And he said, "Man, he said, I live so far out in the country, and I don't want to get on here and talk this, and I don't want to do that." And all. But you know what? He found an avenue. I think he's done 2 or 3 shorts now, and one of them was about his slips, or some photographs of his slips that he put together, and then the second was a car show. And from what I understand, other than watching his Facebook chatter and talking to him in live chats and stuff like that, he's a pretty big car buff, so that's cool. The Charlie, I promise you put it out there, old Big Jim's gonna watch it. Okay, I don't care if it's I don't care. Okay, just I think you're a fine fella, and you got your priorities in a row, and sharing it if you feel like it is a good thing, and it's a blessing. Okay. Now then, let's see what else we got over here on the list. See if I can get in there where I fit in there. Y'all see this guy right here? HTEDC, Old Stony Red up there in El Dorado, Arkansas, has got to 1,750 subscribers. Okay? Now, that's quite an accomplishment. That is, and that is a blessing, I can promise you. He looks at it that way. I look at it that way. And all of us are blessed by having HT in our life. But he has set a personal goal. And I plan to do, and y'all going to get tired of listening to it. I'm sorry. But I'm going to keep telling y'all. He has set a personal goal for 2025 in 2025. And I think that's a reachable goal. I think it's it's an honorable goal and something that's achievable. So I'm reaching out to everybody in the Barlow Brigade. I know most of y'all probably already over there, but tell your wife, okay? Tell your brother, call your mama, call your baby mama, tell your baby mama's boyfriend, okay? Get over there and subscribe to HTEDC. Okay, it's worth your while. He's just a glowing individual. Him and his wife are to me right now the YouTube couple. Of course, I might be a little biased. Just telling y'all. But anyway, that's a blessing that he got to 1,750, and I hope that we are able to bless him and getting him to his goal for a 2025 in 2025. How about this? Strive for 25. Okay? Get in there. Okay? Appreciate you. All right, let's see what else we got on the list. Well, that's all. Everything we got on the list, but I got something else for y'all. Y'all know it's a Pocket Knife channel. We're going to talk about some pocket knife. What's old Big Jim told? Well, they 2 or 3 challenge. I think old Richter, your favorite YouTuber, knife tuber, is got a little carry one knife challenge. So if I can say this without getting upset again, I'm going to carry this yellow, the Lord's color, Victorinox pruner. Okay, the pruner knife, and these they're unusual knives in the fact they have a sheep foot blade. Okay, but it's only ground on one side. Okay, so this side has no grind at all. Okay, this side does. Okay, so I've gotten 3 or 4 of these and have re-gifted them to other people. I've got 2 currently, this one and a purple one. And but the purple one was sharpened the wrong way. People just didn't sharpen it the right way. But basically, if you'll take this thing and just strop it, if it gets a little dull, just strop it on the side that has the grind. That's the side that has the writing on it. There's your tank stamp, Brother Dan. Okay? If you'll just strop it on that one side, it'll stay sharp. I haven't never had any, Victorinox come blistering sharp anyway, but they're just great. They're just great little pocket knives. It's like a 4-inch. It's just a single bladed trapper. Now yesterday, in my little rant about not being able to buy a decent American-made knife with a flag on it, I may have left a point out of there that I need to make, and that's it needs to be affordable. I hope I made that point, and it needs to be available. Barronson did put some flag thing out there. A guy named Carlisle, can't remember. I can't remember his first name right now because I'm too old to remember all that stuff. But he reached out to me. He's one of my subscribers, I believe, and we're in the Facebook Messenger stuff together. And he texted me and showed me a picture of a farm hand made by Barronson with a flag on it. But this was, I think he got 50 of them made through Barronson to sell either on his Whatnot channel or in his auctions that he does on Facebook. I'm not really sure. He's pretty familiar with Brother Billy Ray's operation down there. And Billy Ray had a few of those. Now, I don't think, Preacher Billy Ray's were numbered. I don't know that for sure, but I only think he had 2 or maybe 3 of them. And, they were gone. And I don't know what they were, but I think they were more than $45. The regular palm hands sell for around that range. And I don't know if it was the large one or the small one. They have 2 different size farm hands. But anyway, all that don't matter. What I want is a knife that has an American flag on it that is $25 to $40. That's affordable. That me and you can go buy at will to carry because this coming year is the 250th anniversary of America. Okay? And I want to be able to tote a knife that didn't come from China that has an American flag on it. I don't think that's much to ask. And I don't know Brother Griffey. I know of him. I know about him. I've seen him a few times. But I would like Mr. Griffey to know that if you could put out a knife, a plastic handled farmhand with an American flag on it, for $25 to $40. I don't think that's a big deal. But anyway, the knife that I used in that little rant yesterday, which I guess I'm ranting again, but anyway, it was just Sovereign, buck Sovereign, same thing. Buck, you get these at Walmart for, I think, less than $30. I don't know. I didn't get this one there. I got this in a trade. But yesterday I got it. It was still in the box. It'd been sitting on my table in there for 2-3 days, a week, maybe 2 weeks. I don't remember. But I hadn't done anything with it because I got Kershaw's. I'm a Kershawaholic. Okay. So I'm gonna tell y'all, they everywhere. They growing. I think I got the mad Kershaw disease going on here in the house because of. But anyway, I took this thing back there. I put me a little lanyard on there, little double knotted. Put me 3 little knots in there, but I gave it a little love, gave it a cool fingered it a bit, put a little oil in it, loosened up the screws, tightened it back up, and well, failure. But anyway, there it is. It's a flipper. It flips just as good as any knife you can get anywhere else. And like I say, these are not expensive. You can get them at Walmart. Well, that's 2 pages in a row, but I can promise you, I can do it. There it is. It's just when I'm looking at y'all and not looking at it, and you know how it is. Anyway, there you go. There's that little deal, and that's what I'm toting. No, wait a minute. I got one more. How can the Barlow Brigade pop up here and not have a Barlow, right? Well, I'm toting one. This is the Beaver Creek Barlow in yellow sandalwood. Just a beautiful knife. This one was a second. I got this in the second sale, and it said Mushy Spring. Well, I don't know how y'all read mushy, but mushy to me means it would be kind of loose, right? Not this one. This is a 2-hander. Put it down by your waist and put it open knife. It's got everything. It's got the good half stop, the good walk and talk. But the problem is it's hard to open. Or that's the problem I have with it. But anyway, this thing's just a beauty. It's probably got fingerprints all over it, but I'm not going to say those words. If a knife is magnetic, I don't even make that, a magnet. Anyway, got old beaver paw on there, see? Pretty. But this may be it too. It don't have that pow snap that most Rosecraft blades has got. That and the fact that it's hard to open. Now, if that makes that a mushy spring, fine. But it's got everything else. And it is a beautiful Barlow. All right, guys, I'm glad y'all, I always wait on Sunday to make my video a little later today because, well, lately I've been doing that all the time anyway. I guess I sit in there and think too much, but it's, I don't know, it's probably 3 o'clock or something. But I'm going to go ahead and get this thing on, get it on up, and get it on out of here, get it headed towards y'all. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for stopping by. Y'all know I love y'all. I think I'm pretty close to 850 now. So we're on the roll, man. Let's get it. Let's see if we can't get it to, all them people I told y'all that need to go check out HTZDC. At the same time you talking to them about HT, tell them to get in there with old Barlow, old Big Jim Barlow down there by the Gulf of America. All right, guys. Y'all know. I always like to close this thing out by telling y'all that Jesus Christ is Lord of my life. Rule number 9.